Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Monday, June 10th, and we are here answering your financial questions. If you have one, go to our website, jillonmoney.com, click the Contact Us button, and write us a note. Now, if you would like to join us on the air, check that box. Mark will do everything else. When you're on the website, don't forget you can sign up for our free weekly newsletter. It comes out every Friday, and Mark does a fantastic job assembling the stories that you may have missed or may not have missed. Maybe you just want to listen to them again or hear them again or read them again. Also on the website, you can check out how you can join our subscription service called Jill on Money Live for $35. That's it. You will have access to quarterly live webinars. That's 4 of those, and bonus video content. Next up, Tuesday, June 25th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Heather Schreiber. She is an expert on Social Security, and we are going to talk about claiming strategies, whether or not she thinks Social Security is going bust. I'm sure she's going to say no, and also answer some other questions from you all about retirement income related topics. So you can check that out on our website, Jill on Money. And again, it's Jill on Money Live. So please do me a favor, join us. And that way we can get to the bottom of all the Social Security issues that we all have. All right. Today we are talking to Taylor, who's on the line from Georgia. Hi, Taylor. How are you? What can we do for you?
Hi, Jill. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Yeah, I'll just jump in. So I am 31 and I'm really struggling with a plan for really this decade and honestly, long term. I really want to live a long, healthy, happy life. So I need some good retirement funds, but I also have some debt.
Okay. Can I just say you're 31? I just want to pause on that for a second, everybody. So for all of you haters of the younger generation, suck it up, because this is the generation that's going to save us, because they're very focused on their money. And so I applaud you for giving us a holler, Taylor, and letting us old folks have renewed faith that there will be younger people who are going to navigate their financial lives beautifully. And we're going to help you out. So you're 31 years old. Are you working full time?
Yes, I'm self-employed.
You're self-employed. Awesome. Yeah. Fantastic. How much do you earn?
So last year I earned 110.
Mm-hmm.
And I foresee it going up, up, up. I'm actually, I was a contracted employee and now I am starting my own thing. So I make more.
Yes. That's amazing. So $110,000, 31 years old, that's really, it's tremendous. And you're looking at your upside, which is also great. So Taylor, are you renting right now or do you own something?
So I live with my boyfriend. And he owns, and we are planning.
He sounds gorgeous.
Yeah.
All right, just kidding. All right, so he owns. Got it. And do you pay any rent or any, I don't know, like utilities or anything, like any costs for you to live there?
Yeah, we split the mortgage and basic utilities and groceries, all that.
Okay, that's great. So, you like this guy. You think he's going to stick around, right?
Yeah, he's okay.
All right, good. And are you putting money away into a retirement account based on that 6-figure income?
Yes. And that's what I also need your help with, because I kind of picked an arbitrary 15K last year and this year.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a combination of employee and employer contribution. I am taxed as an S Corp, so that allows me to do that.
Okay. What are you putting it into, a SEP?
No, it's a Roth 401k.
Great. Where's that Roth 401k held?
It's at Charles Schwab.
Mark, here we have the answer to our question. Can I ask you a very detail-oriented question? We got a question yesterday from somebody who asked us about Roth 401ks, and we were looking at Schwab as a provider.
Mm-hmm.
In your experience, Taylor, do you physically have to send a check to Schwab to make your contribution?
It is very annoying. Yes.
Okay. So that is the case. Okay.
It's so silly. They said you can put it in your brokerage account and then transfer it. Like that's a possibility. Or I just have to bring a check to my local Charles Schwab. And last year I just did it one time.
Yeah.
Thinking about doing it once a quarter.
That's just so weird, isn't it?
It's
I find this whole thing so incredibly bizarre. I truly do. Okay. But, we shall move on. That is just the way it is. So right now in the Roth 401k, how much is in there total?
So in the Roth, I have $45K.
Great.
Also have a traditional 401k,
Mm-hmm.
and that has 35K.
And is that also a solo or is that from an old employer?
This is a combination of rollover,
Okay.
but it is solo.
Okay. Got it. What about, do you have a brokerage account with Schwab?
I opened one, again, kind of arbitrarily, like I should do this. And
Right.
I have 2K in there right now.
Okay. How about just plain old cash on hand?
Personal cash, I have 17K.
Okay.
I also have business funds. I don't know if that
Let's not count on that because you're going to probably have to spend that, right?
will. Yes.
You're right. Okay. Now, you said you had some debt. So what is that?
I have $80,000 in student loans.
Wah, wah. Okay. Um, so during the pandemic, when we were in forbearance, did you make any contributions or did you just take it easy and, use the money that you were saving and put into retirement?
So during that time, I kind of took a pause on everything because I wasn't making enough right out of my grad school program.
Yeah.
So I didn't really do much for either my debt or retirement during that time. So I think I did a little here and there
Yeah.
for the debt, but I guess my issue with the debt is that I'm on an income-driven repayment plan.
Oh, okay.
The payments I'm making like $500 a month, and it's just keeping it where it is.
Yeah, you need to pay more than that.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I look at your cash flow, let's just look at last year as the example because, of course, we want you to make more, but let's look at last year. So last year, you put in $15,000 into your retirement account as the employee and then another $15,000 as the employer. So 30 grand total, right?
No, sorry.
Oh.
10K as my employee and 5K as the employer. It was
Okay. So 15 total. Okay. Gotcha. Knowing that $15,000 that went out there, was there money left over to do anything else? Right. I imagine that, your boyfriend's mortgage is maybe a low interest rate. So maybe the costs are low, but how's your cash flow based on that contribution of $15,000 to your retirement account?
So far, I haven't had any issues. I mean, my spending is about $4,000 a month
Okay.
total. So I guess I haven't felt any pain from it, but it does feel like it might be a little high, and I'd like to have a little extra
Okay.
cash.
Okay.
I was just curious, what is your share of the mortgage?
I want to say it's maybe 13 or
Or we'll call it $1,500 a month.
Yeah.
Okay. And then $2,500 a month is stuff.
Yes.
Okay. That seems fine.
Okay.
I mean, so when you say you made 110, right? Gross, you got to pay taxes, you make your contributions, and you're making your $500 a month debt payment. I guess the question becomes, can we pull back a little bit on your retirement contributions and put that debt repayment on a little bit more of an accelerated schedule, right? And what I'm thinking is I'd like to see $1,000 a month going to the student loans.
Okay.
Okay. So what that would mean is that you would reduce the amount of money that you are putting into retirement. And now you're thinking, no, Jill, that's terrible. We can't do that. But you can. You should actually. Because what is the interest rate on your student loans? About
6.3.
Hello. That's a real number, right?
Yeah.
So I think that you should reduce your retirement contribution. Mark, to what level do you think Taylor should drop down the contribution to the retirement account just to give her a little bit of wiggle room? I mean, you can accelerate it as you make more money. I'm just presuming if you made $110,000 for the next 5 years, every year, right? What we could do to get that debt down. And I'm thinking it's an extra $500 a month. But Mark, do you think she should reduce the retirement contribution by more and put additional dollars down towards the student loans?
I mean, I probably would. She's so young. I would love to have this debt gone in 4 years by the time she's 35, and then she could just get cranking. Did your boyfriend own this house before you guys met?
No. He bought it last year.
Could he float it on his own? The payment? Do you think?
I don't think fully, but he's offered to help adjust.
I mean, I would adjust
Yeah.
temporarily and just get rid of this debt.
That's
It'll be better
a great
off.
point.
Better off for both of you in the long run.
Yeah.
Do you think is that a weird thing for you or for him?
I think it's a personal, a little bit of emotion behind it. Like, this is my debt. I don't really want to make somebody else pay for it. But
he's not paying. He's not paying for it. He would just say, "Hey, listen, instead of giving me what you're giving me for the mortgage, give me a little less and redirect that money towards your debt." He's not
right.
paying
So
for
in
it.
other words, what Mark is saying is this: what if we said to your boyfriend, for the next couple of years, of course I want to be a partner to you. I love you. We're here and we're in this, right? Mm-hmm. But for the next couple of years, like, could I pay instead of $1,500 or $1,300 a month, $500 less? Right. And then what we would do is we take the $500 less that you're putting towards housing, put it down towards your debt, plus a reduced amount of money from your retirement contribution, so that instead of you putting down $500 a month for the income-driven repayment, that it's $1,500 a month.
Okay.
And I think that's going to be where you start to see some real progress.
Okay.
Okay. And now listen, you know what's going to happen? I mean, I'm going to just put myself out there as like your Auntie Jill. You think you're going to marry this guy?
Oh yeah, we're looking at rings.
Okay. So like, come on. I mean, if you were like, no, we're not getting married. This is just like, we love each other, but like, this is not the one, I would feel differently. Mm-hmm. But if this is truly the one, this is what a partnership is. It is not just, oh, we love each other and it's great. Like, you make decisions like this for the betterment of the couple, of the unit. Mm-hmm. And I think if we were objectively talking to him and we said to him, hey, you going to marry Taylor? Yes, I'm going to marry Taylor. Great. So we got to knock out that 6.3% debt. I mean, I am not suggesting that if he is like Mr. Successful Dude and he said, here's 80 grand, I'm going to wipe out your debt, that you'd feel good about that. But if we're just talking about reducing the amount of money that you are paying him for the mortgage, and we can help you whittle this down quicker, I think that it would really do you both a lot of good.
How much does he make?
He makes $130.
Okay, so about the same.
And you're probably going to surpass him eventually. And when this debt's gone, you'll be cranking, and that'll be benefiting both of you guys.
Yeah, I agree.
You feel good about that?
I do. I guess I have another question. I think I could do this. So I'm using a profit first model for my business. And one of the books I've read recommended, if you have student debt, take your profit bucket each quarter and allocate a chunk towards the student loan payment, like half of it, and then the other half pay yourself.
Okay. I don't even know what this thing Profit First is, but I love it already. I like that that we've now have a marketing term for like, just pay off your high interest debt. But it doesn't matter how you call it, however you finagle this for you personally. What I want you to hear is this. Your number one priority should be paying off this debt. It's a high interest debt, right? 6.3%. Your second priority is going to be, how do I actually put more money away into my retirement account? Okay. And then the third priority will be for you guys together as you're sort of embarking on your financial lives. Like, how do we build up assets that are in a taxable account so we can do other things? Like, maybe this is the first house, but there'll be another house, or maybe we're having kids, or whatever it is. And those are the three priorities. How you get there is less interesting to me. Mm-hmm. Meaning, if you say to yourself, oh, I'm doing this profit first and there's this amount of money, like, all I can tell you is whatever way makes this happen so we can free up an extra $1,000 every month to pay down your debt. And if you have a killer year this year, for like if all of a sudden you call me and it's November and you're like, Jill, you're not going to believe it, 200 grand this year. Mm-hmm. Then we're going to talk about what portion of that money should be put into retirement, what portion should go into debt pay down. And maybe you split it. Maybe not. Let's see where you are. And a lot of this, as you navigate a small business, okay, when you're self-employed, you are your business. You can call it whatever you want. It's like my friend Andrea said to me one day. She goes, oh, I run that expense through my business. I said, you are the business. What's the difference? It doesn't matter. Like, yes, okay, I get it, but there's only one employee right now, right? It's you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
So we're going to get you rocking and rolling. And I absolutely have great faith that this process will help you feel more secure as a business owner. Because when that debt's hanging over, it's a little bit of it's like bad juju floating around, and you're spending too much time probably thinking about it, which feels rotten. So we don't want that to happen. We want you to be excited and happy about the way that you're running your business, not looking over your shoulder and saying, oh, but no, that debt. So however you get there, whatever way makes it possible, we need you to squeeze out $1,000 more. Okay. And by the way, if your boyfriend were like really rich and he's like, oh, I do want to pay it off, how would you feel about that?
I don't think I would feel great about it. I'm an independent lady, and I don't want to just be, oh, take care of me.
I love that. Although, Mark, for the record, I would be happy to be taken care of.
Yeah, you and me both.
We're so fine with that. You know what happens when you get older? You're like, okay, that's fine. That's nice. That's nice. No, I get it.
I kept up as long as I could. That ship has sailed.
Me too. Me too. We are both married to people who make so much more than us. It's not even like I think Mark and I were both very clear. Like even Mark, when you were buying the house, the apartment, I think it was wasn't it like 50-50 for you?
Oh yeah. The first one, 100%, 50-50.
Right?
Yep.
And same with me. It's like it was 50. And then you know what? By the way, 21 years it took us to have a joint account where we both just put all of our money into the joint account. 21 years. We were all separate. And now we were like, all right, let's do it. I guess it's for real. Mark is the witness. He knows it's for real.
Yeah, I was the lone witness. That's right.
The lone witness at the wedding ceremony. So Taylor, I feel like it's a good game plan. Now, are you comfortable with the investing side? Is that a good for you, or do you need some help with that?
I think I'm okay.
Great.
Yeah, I think I'm all good there. Thank you.
All right. What else do we need to know about you guys?
I think that's it. I feel really good about this. I needed somebody to tell me a number and that it's okay that I don't put so much in my retirement right now. I feel a little behind there, but I feel like I'll
You're really young. And you know what? You'd be behind if it were like you didn't have this great upside trajectory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like to have, and by the way, you're not that behind, whatever. You know, it's like you have almost $100,000 that's saved. That's really good. Okay. You're young, you got the debt, but you also have the company. Mm-hmm. Like you've built something already. So this is going to be amazing. And we are so happy for you. And we hope that you just stay in touch and let us know how things go. Mark, do you want an invitation to a wedding? I mean, I'd be happy to come down to Georgia.
Yeah, I've never been to Georgia. And
I've only been to the airport, which is silly.
Amanda's, the past 2 weeks she had to go to Atlanta for work. I've never been. But I was just going to say, once this debt is gone in by the time you're 35, just think of how much money you're going to be dumping into retirement. So I wouldn't get hung up on that.
Yeah, you're going to be putting away. You're going to be in a situation where you're like, I'm putting away $50,000 a year. And you're going to be like, no looking back. That was a good decision. I know that you're going to feel good about that. Really.
Awesome.
Okay. Then you can start dumping all that money into 529 plan.
All right. Let's not get her with babies yet. She's an independent lady. She's got things to do.
No,
she got a business to run.
They want kids.
You think?
I read the email.
Yeah. Eventually. Right. Well, I don't know when, but.
Yeah. All right. Just in case your mother's listening. Yes, Mom, I swear. Eventually. All right. Taylor from Georgia. Let's find that extra $1,000. Let's pay that debt down, and then we'll resume all of your plowing money into retirement and other investment needs. So if you're like Taylor and you're self-employed and you've got different priorities and you want to figure out what comes first, give us a holler. Go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, write us a note, and let us know if you want to join us on the air live. Don't forget, while you're on the website, if you are considering a new business, you might want to check out my book, The Great Money Reset. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. That didn't just come out of nowhere for the outro for this show. That is part of my actual belief that you have the opportunity in many cases to change how you work, and that can really power your wealth, and it will change your life. Look at Taylor. I want to be like Taylor. It's so great. So check it out. It's all on the website. You can subscribe to this program on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite podcast. Please leave us a rating and review wherever you listen. And don't forget to lift someone up and, of course, change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.